Hey guys, Central Florida Prepper here. Today I want to discuss some, well, at least a weaponry option for shit hits the fan. Now, full disclaimer, I am not allowed to touch or own a firearm. I am not allowed to touch or own ammunition. I messed up in the past years ago, and I'm not allowed to have these things. Now, as far as I know, I'm not even allowed to even have anything that even has a trigger attached to it, which means crossbows. But I want to discuss crossbows. I have with me today, standing over there, is wearing a full ghillie suit with a, looks like a Jason mask on. I wish I could go ahead and turn the camera. This is a member of our group that is my prep group right here. He has agreed to demonstrate a crossbow for us, but he has also said no filming me. So you can say, hey, I mean, he's shaking his head no. Alright, no big deal, okay. Now he will be shooting, it's a mini crossbow is what it is. It looks like a little pistol. But he's got an attachment set up on his. It looks like it to swing out a full rifle stock on the back end of it. And a foregrip. Pretty cool. He's using 80-pound. Yeah, it's got an 80-pound string on it, or 80-pound bow, and it fires these little tiny arrows, little tiny darts. Alright, let's see. I got my tape measure here. No, you're fine. Yeah, I have to get all stressed out there. I mean, I get offset, okay, and that's part of the agreement. Alright, we got 6 1/4 inches is what these are. Diameter, 1/4 inch. So yeah, it's just one of those things where doing YouTube with a prepping community, operation security is priority. Now he has agreed to fire this off screen, off camera. Well, while the camera's going, it's just going to be off screen. I'm going to set this camera up on the target and let him fire away. So, stick around. As you can see, this is where I went through. Went through there, shot across, and it landed here. Alright guys, we are back. So yeah, this is the arrow that went through the shed. The fletching, it's a little bit dented up. Some of the paint or metal shyness on the tip flaked off, but all in all, it's good. Pretty bad first shot, missed the box and hit my shed. Thanks a lot, dude. Anyway, he's not here anymore. He's already headed back home. He's got all that. It's like 92 degrees right now, and he's in full ghillie suit. Yeah, you know, he's sweating his rear end off. It's kind of hard for him to target with that crossbow and fire with a Jason, looks like a Jason mask, all right, and trying to look down his scope. It's just he compensated for it. So in a way, that box was full of blankets and towel. That's why it wouldn't go all the way through. I've seen him shoot through plywood with these. I mean, it just went through the wall of my shed, even though that's tin. Still, it went through. Real quick, the reason why I'm not showing the crossbow that he's made, you know, like I said, Operation Security, I am not allowed to have firearms. And I'm not sure about crossbow. I'm just not taking the chance. Fact is, 42 months gave me enough time to think about what I am and am not going to do. Alright? And the Florida state prison system sucks. Alright? So, with that being said, we're going to get back onto prepping videos on this channel. The last couple of videos I have been venting some issues of mine, but this channel is about prepping, so that's what we're sticking on. Now, the crossbow, and his is a pistol crossbow, which he's modified. He's got an 80-pound draw on it, which is pretty good. Fairly accurate. I've seen it, the accuracy I've seen with his at 30 yards, no problem. Anything over 30 yards though, it starts moving around. He's very good at it. I've seen him take down squirrel many a times with it. That is why this is on the prep channel. Bullets will run out. Bullets will also go bad over time, not like a year later. I do like a 22 for small game, but also like my snares and stuff if I want to be quiet. His ability with a crossbow is very, I mean, he works at it all the time. It's quiet. The arrows can be reused unless they get damaged. These here are the metal ones. The only thing plastic is the tail end. This is actually glued into the tubing, and this is glued into the tubing. This aluminum tube. I've seen these made out of plastic. I think when he first got his set, it came with little plastic darts. He broke those. It hit a tree, and the force through it would shatter the shaft. So he upgraded to these. I was going to give this back to him. I'm probably going to keep this because he did punch a hole through my bunker. But anyway. So yeah, just something to think about. Bows, crossbows, things like that. Now, I used to bow hunt for years. It takes time and practice to master a bow. It takes time and practice with a crossbow. Crossbow is a little bit easier to learn because it's pretty much a rifle stock. So it's a little bit easier to get a bead and fire. A bow takes more time. I'm not saying you can't do it. I mean, I figured it out. I didn't even have a teacher. So, it's just an idea for prep weaponry for shit hits the fan. I mean, they're quiet. And I believe that's going to be a big issue in shit hits the fan when people are firing weaponry. Now listen, I'm good. Alright, I know not everybody is good at tracking, but it really doesn't take much to pinpoint someone firing a rifle every couple days, multiple times a day, or several times one after another because they missed their target the first time. It's not hard to zero in on somebody. Okay, even in the mountains, you fire enough, I'm going to figure out where your trajectory is. I will hear it bounce off that valley, but I've been around firearms my whole life. I will find you. And there are other people that can do the same. Well, man, I got 1,000 rounds of ammunition. I ain't worried about that. Well, don't you think maybe they might too? So be smart. I'm not saying don't prep firearms and ammunition. Do make sure you do that. But be smart when you are having to hunt in a shit hits the fan scenario, because there's going to be other people. What do you think these people from the cities, other towns, are going to be doing? They're rushing to the woods. A lot of them have this projection that all I have to do is go to the woods. There's plenty of food out there. I'll be fine. How many of these people have firearms? A lot. America has a lot of firearms, okay? So be smart about it. Think things through. Go to the range if you are solely dependent on just firearms and shit hits the fan for hunting. Obviously, you want firearms for protection. Okay, I'm not downplaying that at all. But for hunting, let's say that you are solely on firearms. Get to a range. If you don't have a range, get to a plot of land where you will not be bothered by law enforcement, things like that, because you're firing an AR-15, okay? Today's times are crazy, alright? You just don't want to be seen opening up, and the next thing you know, you got SWAT coming down on you, and you're just target practicing. Alright, so be smart about it. But start practicing. You lose skills over time. Alright. Now, when I was in the Air Force, when I went through basic training, I got my expert marksmanship badge, ribbon. And what was surprisingly to me, it was me and one other guy in our flight. And he was an old country boy. No one else knew how to use an M16. I grew up around firearms. It wasn't hard. But the issue I want to discuss on this, I have set down a rifle before. I'm talking about prior to breaking the law and getting in trouble, and not hunt for 2, almost 3 years, and then go back and decide to go hunt again. My patient was off, my sights were off, vision. Even though I had a nice scope, most of the time I always hunted open mount. But when I had the funds, I got a nice scope. So your body changes over time. Your skills change over time. If you are not constantly, and I don't mean going out to the range every single day, but if you're not going and rehoning these skills, you start losing some of the effectiveness of these skills. Now, will you be able to hone these skills during shit hits the fan? Oh yeah, of course you will. But wouldn't it be better as a prepper to already be prepped on that? Alright guys, I am going to cut out. You guys have a great day. And also thank you all for all your support. We have a very great community here. I try to be respectful. I try to answer and reply to comments, emails as much as I can. Sometimes it'll be several hours. I might be taking a nap by then. It happens when you get old. Alright guys, take care, and I will speak to y'all later.